Okay, so today you asked me what leadership is and how I represent myself in leadership. So, a leader is someone who is a servant. They do things for other people and they allow their followers to therefore later on become leaders. They're not just wanting people to follow them and come near them. They're trying to better the lives of others. That's what a leader does, and that's what a leader is trying to do when they lead others. So that's just what I think a leader is. Also, it's so valuable because of just the fact that being a leader just makes you a different kind of human. You're not like everyone else. Even other leaders aren't like each other. You're so different. You're so unique because you are a leader. When you're a leader, you're not like everyone else. When you're a leader, you don't follow the same rules. You don't go by all the guidelines given to you by whoever, whether that be society or an actual person. You don't always follow the rules, not necessarily just to break it, but to break it for the good of others and to improve what needs to be improved. And this is parts of it can't be developed and parts of it can. Um, it can be developed through the way that you were treated and the way you grew up. You just become a leader because of the way you stand up, and then someone who cares about you nurtures you in that leadership. To become a leader, you were nurtured into that person who you are today. You didn't just become that human being or that leader just out of the blue. This is developed by love, caring, and other leaders that surround you. So, being a leader is partially about your surroundings, who your personality, and who cares about you. So, that's just something that I really wanted to say. And the difference between leadership and management is that when you manage other people, you try to keep them in line. You try to keep them in one area. You want them to be right here, but you don't want them to be over here. When you're a leader, you want everyone to be their individual selves. You don't want them just to be whoever or just to be here. When you're in management, your job is to keep everyone in line. When you're in leadership, it's to cultivate, make people come together and feel better about themselves and improve in their lives. So that's the difference between leadership and management. So that's just a big deal to me because I don't think you should try and change anyone. And it's just that's just how a leader is. You don't try to change someone. You try to make them better and you try to make them their individual selves. And sometimes you may have to drag it out of them just because that's how they were raised. But that's what a leader does. A leader is a person who wants everyone to be themselves and treats everyone as they need to be treated. Leaders need to be assertive, but being a leader and being assertive are two different things. Being assertive is when you have a lot of self confidence. But being a leader includes assertiveness. It's not the same thing. I believe I'm a leader, but I don't always have self confidence. I don't always believe in myself. I have doubts. I go through the same issues that everyone else goes through, but I come out of it stronger than I was before. Leaders take failure and then they turn it into something that's great. They don't just sit back and say, oh my gosh, I failed. I can't do this. Why did it fail? Why did this happen? I don't go back and think about it. I just look at my mistakes. I say, you tried your best and keep going to improve what you wanted to do. I'm not going to sit back and stop. And then examples of when I showed leadership was when I started to become a lughead. A lughead is a person who mentors middle schoolers through God. So, Lug is a youth fellowship deal that meets up every Wednesday, and I'm a lughead. I'm a leader to those children, and I believe with the words that I'm telling them about God and about life that I'm helping them. And not every girl who goes here knows about God or loves God or even believe in God. They were probably forced to go there, but I'm just there to make sure that they feel included, even though they're not like every other girl there, even though like they're not like other people because they don't believe in God. Although they might convert and believe in God later on, that's not what I'm doing. I'm here to make them feel better about themselves and show them who God is. It's not my job to make sure that they are a Christian and they do this and they do that and they do that. As a leader, my job is to make every single person feel like who they want to be and feel like they can do whatever is possible. So that's my job. It's not my job to tell them what they can and can't do. That's not my job. That's not what I'm supposed to do as a leader. As a leader, I'm supposed to give them advice, help them, guidance. I'm not here to just change all the rules and tell them you need to do this, 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 and this. So that's what I think is a good way of showing how I was a leader. I'm also a leader to the people around me just by giving advice and helping them out with things. I'm a leader by showing people what they should and shouldn't do through just the way that I act. Being a leader doesn't mean you automatically have followers like that by the snap of your fingers. You have to grow followers. People may hate you for having those followers or having those beliefs, but it doesn't matter about those people. It matters about the people you're trying to better. So I think that the only way to be a true leader is just to act like a leader and show that you are who you stand for. You can't be a leader and act like you think believes everyone should have these rights and everyone should be able to do what they want to do, and then go back later on and be racist or homophobic. You can't do all of those things and still call yourself a leader because you aren't a leader. You can't just say, "Oh, everyone is together," but then only be talking about a certain group of people and not also be talking about everyone else that you didn't include or you weren't specifically talking to. When I say everyone is included, I mean every human being on earth. Doesn't matter your disabilities, your skin color, your sexual orientation, I do not care. You are a part of the world. You're a human being and you deserve all the same rights. So that's what a true leader does. They don't care about what you look like. They don't care about all of that. So when someone says they're a leader and then they don't believe in all the rights of every human, they're not a real leader. And that's just a main point that I feel like needs to be put out there. Through my words and through the way that I fight for other people is a way of me showing that I'm a leader. I show I am a leader by fighting for others, by showing other people they don't have to sit back and take this. They don't have to take the nonsense that has been given to them. They don't have to yell in their face to fight back. To fight back is just saying, "Thank you. You look nice." You don't have to fight back by being mean or playing dirty. Fighting back is just showing that you don't really care about what that other person has to say about you. And you are going to do you for the rest of your life, and they're not going to affect how you do that. So that's what being a true leader is, showing others that they can do what they need or want to do. They don't have to wait on someone to tell them to do it or wait for someone to accept them to do what they want to do. Acceptance is not the key to do what you want to do, and that's what a leader should show. And the leadership is so important in the workplace today because you can be shoved around and pushed around all through the workplace. And being a leader is one aspect that can, one, get you a job, and two, defend yourself in your job. When you are a leader, you don't let people push you around. You don't let people make you feel bad about yourself. So when you do this, when you let people know that you won't be pushed around, it's a good way in a workplace area to show that you are confident and you are assertive and you know how to handle other people. You aren't rude and disrespectful, but you are calm, collected, and know how to control yourself. That's what a leader does. And I just believe a leader can be anyone. People who claim to be leaders and people who are leaders are two different groups. You can claim to be a leader all day, every day, but that does not therefore make you a leader because you say you are. By saying you're a leader doesn't make you a leader. So that's just something that I want to say. Thank you for spending your time listening to me talk about how being a leader is so important, and I really appreciate your consideration. Thank you.